RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Andy's Auto Body, Tire, and Auto Service and Sales. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Rover's Regal Beagle, the Metro East's premier sports bar and grill. Shell Community Federal Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer and the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. Calc Institute of Technology, your future, your success. C&B Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank.
3-1 in the WIVC South, while the Warriors are 3-3 with a mark of 1-3. Kickoff is deep, taken by number 1 Wesley Clucky at the 1-yard line. Up the right side he goes, and he's brought down in there by...
That's pretty good, decent kick coverage by the Hawks right there. Clock is a really good runner.
And Blake Booth is under center for the Warriors. They start out in their traditional triple option attack. The Hawks are in a 6-2 defense with Booth takes the snap, hands off to Clucky right up the middle, and he's stopped for about a 1-yard gain.
That's a nice little start for Carrollton right there. You know, just want to keep things compact. They have a couple more linebackers, but they want to stack them in usually because they know the opposition's got to run, as this is the WIVC South. Everyone usually runs.
Yes, part of every triple option attack is they usually start with the fullback and work their way out. Calhoun is in a 2nd and 8 here from the 37-yard line.
Booth the quarterback under center, maintain formation. Fullback directly behind him.
That's me.
Man in motion from the left. Fakes the hit.
Option play, pitch, fumble on the play. It's a major loss for the Warriors.
What do you say?
Good heads-up recovery by Bick there. Is a really dangerous situation.
What's the deal?
I don't know.
Looked like it would go against Carrollton where it landed there, so maybe
There was a penalty flag on the play, and they are talking to the Warriors. Head official here is brought these guys in for a conference. It was a major loss on the personal foul called against the Hawks, and they will. They will mark the ball all the way up to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure why there had to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Hawks right there.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing there. I mean, apparent anyway. I don't know what the officials seen, but that sets up a 3rd down and 6 from the 39-yard line. Booth under center. Hand off to Clucky up the middle, and he did not get much. He got maybe 1 yard on that. That'll set up a 4th down. 4th down and about 4 yards to go for the Calhoun Warriors.
It's 3rd down, actually.
I don't know, John. I think it is.
Or is it 4th down?
They've got 4th down, and Damian Pullman is back.
Oh, the scoreboard was saying 3rd down.
Yeah, Damian Pullman is back in punt formation for the Warriors.
Brannon and Smith lining back up for the Hawks.
Yep, gets the punt off. High punt, kind of short, though.
Ooh, that almost hit a Hawk player there.
Yeah. And
down it there.
Calhoun lets the ball back up and is stopped down there by number 51, Zach Hurley. The Hawks will set up 1st and 10 from the as close as I can get it.
Got to tuck right into it, though.
All right, Carrollton's 3 wideouts to the right. Pitch out to number 4,
So the Hawks
Brannon.
wanna get outside here.
And he has a nice gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's what the Hawks have got to do here. You know, they want to. They're always going to be one of the fastest teams on the field. You know, especially gets Smith and Brandon to the outside with use their speed.
Right, that sets up a 2nd and 4. Inside handoff.
Oh, he's loose.
He's going to.
That's Cole Brannon.
Brandon's still on his feet and brought down by a host of Warrior tacklers at the 24-yard line. I don't know the Carrollton.
Nice game by Cole Brannon there. He just broke a couple tackles on a nice fake by Pro, also on the quarterback choice.
That'll set up a 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Hawks. No huddle offense. Pro, hands off, inside. Number 4 up the middle, Smith for a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Carrollton touchdown.
That was Jarrett Smith on the touchdown, 21-yard rush.
Touchdown run for the Hawks. 9:28 mark in the first quarter of play. And it's a 6-0 Carrollton lead.
I believe that was a four-play drive.
Correct, John. I think it was. Carrollton's getting into chunks. They set up for the 2-point conversion here. Pro, handoff outside to Brannon.
And he's got it.
Got it. 2-point conversion is successful with 9:23 to go in the first quarter. It's the Carrollton Hawks 8, the Calhoun Warriors nothing.
It is the Hawks 8 and the Warriors nothing.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start for Carrollton right there. Get a 3 and out and then score on 4 plays, quick drive. That's what they like to do.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts?
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to State Farm agent Tom Lane to help you plan for your future today.
Teeing the ball up for Carrollton is Hayden Stringer to kick off the ball for Carrollton. It's a nice kick. High down to the Clucky at the 10-yard line. Tucky takes it to the right side. And it's brought down there at the 35-yard line.
Right about where Calhoun started last time.
By number 40, Boker. And the Warriors will set up 1st and 10 from the 35. Calhoun's got it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Boost under center. Calling out the cadence. Oops, we have looks like an offsides penalty there. Somebody on the one of the linemen for Carrollton jumped offsides. And that'll bring up a 1st and 5 for Calhoun from the 41-yard line.
Well, so far Calhoun's best friend has been penalties on against Carrollton.
Yeah, that's just about the only offense the Warriors have had up to this point.
So if Carrollton just keeps playing clean football, they'll look pretty good so far.
Right. Booth on the hands off on the reverse
snuffed
to
out.
Number 3. It'd be Lammy, and he is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage for about a 3-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, the Hawks defensive line did a really good job of cutting that run off. That's what you can't chase him. You got to cut it off, and that's exactly what they did there.
Yeah, Calhoun keeps continually trying to run the ball, and Carrollton's in a 6-2 defense. Basically, they have 9 men in the box.
Right,
to stop the run. I mean, they're daring Calhoun to pass the ball here.
Well, and the Hawks will prefer almost any team to pass on them with their athletes in the defensive secondary.
2nd down and 9. Booth takes a snap right up the middle to Clucky. And he is stopped for about a 1-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 to go for the Warriors. Chase McAdams on the stop for the Hawks.
Yeah, you're not going to hold Chase McAdams off for long. You know, he's not fast at all. He's 6'9", 300+ pounds, but he will try to get in front of you as much as he can, and it's really hard to stop him.
Yeah, but a man that size, in his defense, he takes up a lot of space up the middle. I mean, he's almost impossible. You cannot run through him. You've got to run around him. Boost under center. It's 3rd and 7 from the 40. He's back to pass. A little swing pass out here to number 21. That's Clayton Ralston on the reception. He was brought down for about a 3-yard loss on the play. That'll set up a 4th down and long, 4th down and 8 for the Warriors. And Damian Pullman will be back in punt position for the Warriors again. Back for the Hawks is Smith and Brannon. Very high, short punt. And the punt was brought down at 39, touchdown at the 39-yard line of the Hawks.
Well, so far, Carrollton's defense has been terrific as far, excluding the penalties. They've stopped almost every run by Calhoun, only just a couple yards on their handoffs, and they did great on that little swing pass they just did to Ralston, and it's going great for the Hawks right now.
Yep. Pro pitches out to Brannon to the outside. Oh, nice play on the outside
nice
there
there
by Blake Booth, who brought Brannon down for a 2-yard loss on the play. That'll set up a 2nd down and 12 for the Hawks from their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, the Warriors did a much better job of reacting to that, getting to the outside, cut off Brannon. It's a reverse.
Reverse to Brannon. He's got room outside. He cuts back to the middle. He's still on his feet and brought down by a host Warrior tacklers led by number 73, Cody Gilman.
Looks like that's got to come back, though.
Yes, it does. There's a penalty flag on it. And I think it's going to go against the Hawks. Looks like it might be a holding call on that side of the field. Yep, hold on Carrollton. And that nice run will come back for the Hawks. They'll take it back 10 yards, and that'll set up a 2nd and 16 for the Hawks from their own 34-yard line.
I believe that's 3 penalties now on the Hawks and 0 for Calhoun so far.
The pro hands off inside and hand off to Jarrett Smith. And
yeah, it looked like Smith. It looked like he was about to break through right there, but because of all the handful of Calhoun defensive linemen were going to chase pro there, but no, the couple of them stayed in, held true, and tackled him, and it's going to be 3rd and long for the Hawks here.
Yeah, Calhoun has kind of figured out what Carrollton's doing here. They're at least in the interior. They're not allowing anything up the middle, which is good to see for the Warriors.
Now this is where Carrollton beat most teams here. Pass spread offense.
Shotgun spread offense. He's under pressure. He goes down. He's sacked by number 1.
No, there's no fumble.
Wesley Clucky sacks pro for about a 1-yard loss. That'll bring up a 4th down and 17 for the Hawks. And
that was really good defensive pressure by Calhoun that time. Pro maybe should have scrambled there, but he likes to stay in the pocket, try to find the open receiver. He could easily scramble. He has the ability to, but he wants to make sure to get that pass off. But he stayed in there a bit too long, and another flag on the play here.
The Hawks are back and have Smith back in punt formation, and they have the illegal motion penalty against the Hawks. That'll bring them back 5 more yards. for Smith to punt the ball off here.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been efficient so far, organizational-wise, with their penalties.
Nope. The snap, good snap. Left-footed kicker. Smith gets the punt off, and it's going to bounce at the 43-yard line of Calhoun. That's where the Warriors will take it 1st and 10 with 4:43 remaining in the first quarter. It's Carrollton Hawks are up 8-0.
Well, it looks like Calhoun has finally figured some things out on defense, but it'll be interesting to see what they can do on offense now because they haven't really gotten anything except for a couple penalties on Carrollton.
No, the Warriors been trading water on offense here. Their line needs to get some push. They need to get some misdirectional plays going. Because Carrollton's speed on defense is really, they've just taken away everything on the outside. Booth back to pass. He's got nice pass from Booth to Easton Clark for about a 18-yard gain. Clark come out of the halfback position and caught that pass from Booth and takes it up to the Carrollton 37-yard line. That's the first positive play Calhoun's had, offensively speaking.
Oh, yeah, they had the swing pass that went for negative yards, but yeah, that's the first pass they've thrown across the line of scrimmage, and it was a great call there.
Absolutely. Booth brings them up. It's 1st and 10 from the Hawks' 37-yard line. Booth is under center. Fullback. Clucky right up the middle. Still hard treading up the middle for the Warriors. They're not getting any push whatsoever.
Yeah, that play is kind of that's the I think around the fifth time they've given it to Clucky up the middle right there. Nothing's there for now. You'd want to see them throw more, but I think that's maybe their plan. Try to get the run game going, but then every now and again throw a pass play.
Yeah, but in Calhoun's scheme of doing things, they generally it all starts from the fullback. The quarterback's reading the defense, and if it's up to the quarterback to either give it to the fullback or pull it.
Oh, I think that's a false start there.
There was some movement on the offensive line for the Warriors and the illegal procedure against the Warriors.
Yeah, it didn't seem right there. The whole offensive line moved before the ball was snapped, it looked like.
I think everybody on the line moved, but the guy that should have been snapping the ball.
Right.
I don't know if seldom does the center forget the snap count, but in that occasion, that's what it looked like. That'll set up a 2nd down and 13 from the 39-yard line of Carrollton for the Warriors. They moved again.
And I think there's going to be a legal
there's another
formation
penalty.
there.
I shouldn't be talking. I shouldn't be talking at the same time you are. Yeah, I know. There was another illegal motion penalty on the play. The Warriors' right halfback kind of flinched before the snap, and basically Calhoun had 2 men in motion there, so that's another 5-yard penalty.
That'll be a 2nd and 17 there.
And that sets up a 2nd down and 17 for the Warriors from the 44-yard line of the Carrollton Hawks.
I think the Carrollton defense here, they got to kind of try to think, okay, they're probably going to try to pass it here, or at least going to maybe go to the air a little bit.
Yeah, Carrollton, they have an idea that they're going to pass, but
and here
this is Calhoun.
The pass.
They are back to pass. The pass is out to the right flat to Clucky, and he is tackled right away for a short gain. Wes Clucky, this Brody Howard on the stop for the Hawks.
Yeah, Brody Howard. He's quietly been Carrollton's top tackler on defense so far this season.
That'll set up a third down and 15 for the Warriors on the Hawks' 42-yard line. Booth brings them up under center.
Just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
With the ball, Booth back to
Screen
pass.
pass.
Got a screen pass up the middle. Middle screen to Clucky. Clucky cuts outside, and he is brought down after about a 6-7 yard gain on the play.
Clucky, he had some room to run on it to his left, but he tried to cut inside there, and it was good awareness by the Hawks, those two Hawks tacklers there, because if they don't tackle him right there, he's gone. And I thought he could have cut to the left maybe a little bit.
Right. He had the outside. I don't know why he cut the ball inside towards the defense. I mean, he had a man giving him a block out there, but he just didn't. He run off the wrong side of the block.
Oh, this is 4-down territory right here for Calhoun.
Yep, 4th down and 8 for the Warriors. Booth under center. Man in motion. Booth back to pass.
Under
He's
pressure
got the
here.
pressure. Lets the ball go. It's incomplete. The pass was intended for Tyler Webster. Booth had the heat put on him by Howard, and the Hawks will take over on downs. Be first and 10, Carrollton from their own 35-yard line.
It looked like I thought it looked like Webster might have been just kind of held up there a little bit. I might be seeing some stuff, but I thought he was held up there a little bit, but there's no penalty call, and it was underthrown for the other intended receiver. So the Hawks take over here at the 35-yard line.
And it's the Hawks' ball from their own 35-yard line, Pro under center. He's got 2 men to the right. Hands it right up the middle to the fullback. That would be Smith. Smith cuts the outside, and he's brought down at the 48-yard line of the Warriors. 17 yards on the game.
He just shot out of a cannon right there, and the Hawks don't usually have much success of busting it up the middle with their relatively inexperienced offensive line, although they've gotten, they're 7 games into the season now, but throughout the season they haven't had that much success on those busting up the middle plays, but they did there that time.
Yeah, absolutely. They had them all spread out to the right, and they run the ball right up the middle. Pro under center. He hands off up the middle again. This is to Brandon. He's got a nice gain there of about 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, it looks like so far they're trying to mix it up with Smith and Brandon. They're both very capable running backs and even maybe better receivers as well, because they were receivers last year in the vaunted offense from the state runner-up Hawks team, but now they're going to be obviously being used a lot more now, and right now they're being used as slot backs.
Right. Smith and Brandon both were comparable. I mean, but they're the men this year. They're the guys that are going to have to step up.
Pitch the offside here.
Yeah, pitch the outside to Brandon. Brandon's got the first down and more. He is ahead to the Warriors' 30-yard line.
Not only is he fast, but he's built pretty well. For a guy who's only 5'8", he's hard to tackle with his legs. Right,
he's built low to the ground. He runs low. He runs with his head up, and he does a nice job. He's very elusive in the open field.
We have a timeout here.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
All right, we're back here in Calhoun, and just take a quick time to thank Goaten's Oasis restaurant in Carrollton. It's probably one of the better restaurants or bars in all of Greene County, and there's a live video stream there hooked up somewhere. And pretty sure the Cardinals and Cubs game is a little bit more important, but we know they're watching. We know they're multitasking, so thanks for all the support from people there, and have a good time.
Brandon has him under center. He's back to pass. He fires for Boker. Boker's got
Great
it
pass.
He's still on his feet all the way down to around the 5-yard line. Was Pro complete to Boker.
That was a great pass by Boker. You can see he slings it right there, and cut by Boker is a promising sophomore, kind of used in a wide receiver role now. Has started out as a running back, but Hawks are in the red zone.
We got Pro under center, a single back, and Brandon hand off to Brandon off left side, and he's in for the touchdown. 9-yard touchdown score for Cole Brandon. And that puts the score at the 11:35 mark of the second quarter, 14-0, Carrollton Hawks. Carrollton will line up for the two-point conversion.
The Hawks,
Carrollton, even on their two-point conversions, don't even huddle.
no, they don't. The Hawks' offensive line blocking has been tremendous so far.
Yeah, they've opened. That was a massive hole off the left side there for Brandon to run through. Pro hands off inside to Brandon, and he has the two-point conversion.
So Brandon collects all 8 points right there.
Yep. And that makes the score at the 11:35 mark of the second quarter. The Carrollton Hawks 16, the Calhoun Warriors 0.
At 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, we believe that great food paired with our own locally brewed craft beer is a staple in life, and we want to share that experience. At 4204, you will find a menu that complements our very own award-winning craft beers, and we serve the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. You can find us in both Alton by the Alton Square Mall and at our original location at 4204 West Main Street in Belleville. Come visit 4204 Main Street Brewing Company today for an experience you won't soon forget.
All right. After the Brandon touchdown and two-point conversion, the Hawks got it teed up here to kick back off to the Warriors. Nice kick. And it's taken by Clucky at the 15, or Webster at the 15-yard line. He reverses field. Great open field tackle there by number
That's Nate Shanks.
15, Nick Shanks on the stop. And the Warriors will take it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
We have a score update from Greenfield, and Greenfield Northwestern Tigers are up 8-0 on the 5-1 West Central Cougars. That's a very big game going out there in Greenfield at Fleur de Lis Field.
Absolutely. I was talking to some Greenfield people this week, and they thought that they had a real nice chance of going up to West Central. Booth hands off up the middle to Clucky, and he is stopped for about a 1-yard gain up the middle. There's just not anything up the middle for the Warriors.
No, not there. I mean, they're getting like 1, 2, 3-yard gains, and that's it.
That'll Jared Smith on the stop for the Hawks. Make it 2nd down and 8 for the Warriors on the 37-yard line. Booth brings them up.
We have a Cardinals score, and it's 1-0 Cardinals. And the top of the 8th, John Lackey is still on the mound for the Cardinals.
We have movement on the offensive line of the Warriors. That will cost them. That'll be legal procedure against the Warriors. That'll back them up 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 13 from the Warrior 32.
Top the 7th, actually. My iPad's working slow.
We have plays being shuttled in for the Warriors between Cole Lammy and Easton Clark. Webster's split out to the left. Double tight set for the Warriors. Booth takes a handoff, pulls it.
Oh, it's a keeper.
Option out to Clark.
They have something
Clark
here.
down the outside. And he's brought down in there by Brannon. All the way down to the Hawks' 40-yard line.
That was really clever by Booth to pitch it at the last second there. It looked like he was just going to keep it, but he knew that that Bick was right with him there.
Right. Booth did a nice job. He was forced into making 2 reads there. He made the read from the tackle to pull it from the fullback, and then he also made the read from the defensive end. When the end come up to take him, he pitched the ball to the halfback, and down the sidelines he went. Okay, we got 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line for the Warriors. Booth under center, motion man, give to the fullback up the middle. Clucky's driving for yardage. He's got a gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, it usually takes more than one to bring Clocky down right there, but but he finally got a decent amount of positive yards there, right at the middle.
Clucky's a tall kid. I mean, he's 6'4", around 200 pounds. He runs reasonably low for a man that tall.
Right.
And he got some push up front that time from his offensive line, and that's what they need to move the ball. We're set up now in a second down and 6 from the 39-yard line of the Hawks. This is a nice drive the Warriors got going here.
Yeah, they finally have something going here. And a flag.
And
looks like it's going to be a formation-type penalty, illegal formation.
They are calling a delay of game against the Warriors. I wasn't quite watching the 25-second clock here at the end of the fields, but it didn't seem like it took a...
No, they creep up on you.
Yeah, it didn't. Okay, that'll set up a second down and 11 from the Hawks' 44-yard line for the Warriors.
It'll be interesting to see if that maybe, kills their momentum a little bit there.
It seems like every time the Warriors get some momentum going offensively, then they get a penalty to kill it. A pitch from Booth outside to number 21 Ralston, and he's brought down on a nice stop out there by Brannon from his outside linebacker position. And he picks up 3 on the play. It'll make it a 3rd and 7.
And even if they come up short on this, I think this is a 4-down territory right here. You got to believe.
Absolutely. This stage in the game being down 2 scores.
Right.
Well inside the 50-yard line. This is a no-brainer for the Warriors. They've got 2 downs to make 7 yards here.
Yeah, so if they get 3, just a couple of yards there, positive yards, I think they'll be okay with it.
Booth brings him up. Motion to the right. Booth was back to pass, and then
down.
He was sacked in there by number 75. Eric Evans on the sack, and that'll bring up the 4th. And Booth did get it back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down and 7 for the Warriors from the Hawks' 41-yard line.
Obviously, it looked like that was just a broken play. It could have been a quarterback option choice there, or what? Maybe he was dropping back to pass. Not really sure.
I don't know, John. He had receivers in the pattern, but yet he didn't drop back like he was going to pass the ball.
Right, exactly. Big play here.
And Booth takes the snap. Option play to the left.
Oh, he's taken down hard.
He is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And it will go over to 2 downs on for the Hawks. The Hawks had major penetration there. Booth, they were on top of him before Booth even knew what to do with the ball.
And even if he tried the lateral, pitch that ball, I think it might have been deflected or whatever. And I think Carrollton, they just had that play under control.
Yeah, in fairness to Booth, he didn't have a chance there. I mean, they were on top of him before he even knew what was going on. Okay, the ball's back to Carrollton here on the change of possession. Trips right. Pro back to pass. No, Pro takes off. He's up
to block
and gets a nice gain of about 8 yards for Pro.
Now that was better by Pro there. He the pressure was there. And there was a hole to run to. He knew it better and got some pretty good yards there.
Yeah, I mean he's seen the green grass and he run to it. It almost kind of looked like a quarterback draw. I don't think it was.
Or maybe it was.
I mean, I don't really know it was designed to do that, but he made something out of it anyway. We got Twins back in the backfield for Pro. He hands off to Smith.
A fumble.
No, I think we have a fumble on the play, and Calhoun recovers. I didn't even see that, John.
Oh no, and that was a really quick fumble. Really quick sequence of events there.
Yeah, I mean. I think the quarterback thought Smith had the ball, but Smith knew he didn't have the ball because the ball came out on the exchange. But anyway, it's the Calhoun Warriors ball at their own 48-yard line. Booth brings them up under center in the triple option. Motion to the right. Booth back to pass. He's looking downfield. He has nobody to throw to. He's got running room up the middle, and he gets the first down on a 12-yard scramble by Blake Booth.
Now I think right there that's one of Calhoun's keys. It might not seem orthodox, but I think they got to get Booth out into the open. Looks like if he's got to pass or run, because he's dangerous with his legs.
Yes, Booth when he gets out in the open field, he does a real nice job. I mean, he can He's very elusive. He's one of the few players the Warriors have that do have some breakaway speed.
Absolutely.
Well, Booth's got him under center, 1st and 10 from the Carrollton 40. Booth's rolling out to the left. He's getting pressure. He's pressured in there and goes down. He is sacked all the way back to the 49-yard line of Carrollton, sacked in there by Smith.
Just about where the drive started off, and it's Jarrett Smith once again.
Booth had lost 10 on the sack by Smith, and that sets up a 2nd down and 20 to go for the Warriors from midfield. Ball setting right at midfield. Booth brings him up. We got a wide receiver to the left. Triple option, motion to the right. Hand off to the fullback, and he is stuffed. I mean, stuffed in there.
They got to Booth. They got the Clocky
Evans.
They got the Clocky first, and then Booth.
Yes, Carrollton.
Well, a quick score update. Pleasant Hill is on top of North Green, 8-0, at the end of the first quarter.
I believe both of those teams have one win, so it's the battle of one-win teams between Pleasant Hill and North Green.
Yeah, both teams they're only playing for pride, really.
Okay, here we go. We got 3rd down. Oh, and we have motion on the Warriors moved again.
That's about the 4th time they've done that. They've had a legal motion type of a penalty.
Yes, and they just continually keep shooting themselves in the foot on these penalties.
Yeah, I mean, I can already say they're not going to win this game if they keep doing anything like that. Even if they get down the field, once it seems like just a penalty completely nullifies their rhythm on offense.
It absolutely takes away all your momentum that you may have had, and they're in a bad spot now, and they're in 3rd down and about 25 for the Warriors. Booth, handoff to the fullback. Booth, no, he takes it to the outside to the right, and he is brought down in there by number 20 for the Hawks, Logan Duba, on the stop. And that brings up a 4th down and long for the Warriors from about their own 49-yard line. And Damian Pullman will be back to punt for the Warriors. We have Smith and Brannon back for the Hawks. Nice,
much better punt.
Much better punt this time. Nice high punt. It's going to roll all the way down to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that makes up for the previous 2 punts there, almost.
That was a beautiful punt there by Pullman that covered about 46 yards on the punt from Pullman. Rolls all the way down to the Hawks 4. And Carrollton will take over with 3:22 to go in the first half, and the Hawks will have it 1st and 10 from their own 4.
You can imagine this will take almost all 3 minutes, but the Hawks are very capable of scoring on any play on anywhere in the field.
And there's another flag on the play. This time it looks like the Warriors jumped off sides, and that was the penalty of his encroachment against the Warriors. And that'll help pull Carrollton out of the hole here. That brings the ball up to the 10 for the Hawks. Pro, quarterback keeper right up the middle. He has the 1st down. Wade Pro on the carry, gain of about 7.
And Wade Pro actually leads the Hawks in rushing yards, but a lot of them have come from quarterback scrambles on broken plays.
Absolutely. I mean, Pro, that was a set quarterback draw right there.
Yeah, that was designed by far.
Yeah. And Pro took it right up the middle for the 1st down. Pro back to pass. He's got Brannon.
Oh, Brannon.
Right off the left side. It's a foot race. Brannon, it's all the way down to the 30, the 20, and he's brought down at the 18-yard line by number 10, Jared Brackett.
Yeah, that was a heck of an effort by Brackett, because most teams, if that's Brandon in the open field, he's gone. But Brackett, he caught up with him, saves a potential touchdown. We'll see what happens. It keeps going, and the Hawks, they're not going to celebrate over that. They're right back in their hurry-up offense.
Yeah, in most cases like that, a kid sees their best athlete out in the open. They're thinking he's going to go, but Brackett didn't give up. He finally run him down at the 18, 1st and 10. Jared Smith off the left side for the Hawks with a nice gain of about 7 yards on the play. That'll set up a second down and second.
Just by looking.
Take that back. Smith only gained three on the play. It'll end up being a second down and 7 for the Hawks. Pro off to Brandon, right up the middle, and he has a gain of about 3 on the play. That'll bring up a
third down.
3 from the 10-yard line of the Warriors. Pro back, looking to throw.
Got him wide open.
Crossing pattern. 2 touchdown Hawks.
There's a late flag on that play. That might be a face mask.
Who caught it? I don't have an 18.
That's Tyler Fry on the reception.
The penalty flag was thrown after the man crossed the end zone.
Yeah, it came right at the goal line. Yeah.
Yes, and it was. That was about the only thing, John, it could have been, is a face mask penalty at that point. I mean, the Carrollton player was out there with 3 different Calhoun defenders, and
So they said he didn't get into the end zone. He surely got into the end zone, right? Did they not call the touchdown? Now this is a 2-point conversion, is it? Two-point conversion, I would say.
Okay, this is the Hawks are back for the 2-point conversion. Pro's back to pass.
Almost intercepted.
The 2-point conversion was denied by the Warriors.
It's the final play of the game. Down by 4, Andes will need to score to win it. The quarterback lines up. Ball is snapped. It's a handoff. He breaks outside of the tackle. He's got daylight. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Andes wins.
You too can score a touchdown at Andy's Auto Sales.
Check out the all-star lineup at Andy's Auto Sales today.
Welcome back after the Hawks score. Hawks line up to kick the ball. They kick the ball down the field to Webster. Webster takes it from just inside the goal line, up the middle of the field. He's got some room out to the right. And then he's brought down by a host of Carrollton tacklers.
A little interesting tactic by the Hawks. To be a little bit creative, you could have easily afforded to kick an onside kick there, but they didn't, But Calhoun, they start at the 20, which is all right in their book.
Yeah, the Hawks had the opportunity with the personal foul face mask call, and we're kicking from 15 yards shorter than what you usually do. It wouldn't have been a bad place for an onside kick, but they chose to kick the ball deep. The Warriors now have the ball, and they start from their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Booth brings them up under center. We got 2 receivers split out. Got an inside handoff to Lammy, and he's brought down.
Late flag
and another
again.
flag on the field. I don't know how many penalties we've had in this game, but it's been several. I don't know what the officials are talking it over here. I don't know what they're going to – it didn't look like a motion penalty to me, John, but the way it's went tonight, who knows?
Of course. Oh, they're waving it off.
Inadvertent flag here. There'll be no penalty on the night. We have a timeout called by the Hawks with 1:53 to go in the first half.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
Well, we're back in Calhoun here with 1:53 left on the scoreboard. It's 20-0 Carrollton Hawks. It's 2nd and 10 right here.
Okay, Booth's under center. Booth hands off right up the middle to Clucky, and he's stacked up there by McAdams.
The Hawks are trying to call timeout here to try to get one more possession.
Yeah, Hawks. It's 3rd down and 10 for the Warriors. Hawks take a timeout. They're wanting to get the ball back here before the first half is ended and try to score again on the Warriors. If they can hold them here, they'll force the Warriors to punt.
That's the plan. And if you're a Cardinals fan, if you're a Calhoun fan, you can get cheered up with some good news because Tommy Pham blasts off for the Cardinals, and it's 2-0 in the bottom of the 8th. All is looking good at Busch Stadium. And another update on the Greenfield West Central game. It's 8-6 Greenfield over the Cougars at halftime.
And yeah. Okay, we got 3rd and 10 for the Warriors on the and
20.
we have another flag. We have motion against the Warriors. That will cost the Warriors 5 yards and move the ball back to the 15-yard line and set up a 3rd and 15 from the Warriors 15.
And this just in, Stephen Piscotti goes yard. It's a 2-run home run, 4-0 Cardinals.
Bringing the play in for the Warriors is Clark. He gives the play off to Booth. It's 3rd down and 15 for the Warriors here. It's critical that the Warriors don't do anything,
exactly
too crazy here and get picked off or something. But they run a screen pass right up the middle to Clucky. And Clucky gains about 5. We have Jared Smith on the tackle for the Hawks. And the Hawks call another timeout. It'll be 4th down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 20-yard line.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
We're back to action here at Calhoun High School. The Warriors are set with a 4th and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and Damian Pullman is back in punt formation for the Warriors. Back deep for the Hawks will be Smith and Brannon. Pullman gets the punt off. It's a short, high punt, and Carrollton is going to let it bounce, and the ball is going to roll dead at the Warriors' 45-yard line, and that's where Carrollton, with 1 minute and 24 seconds to go, leading 22-0. They have 1 minute and 24 seconds to go, 45 yards here, and from what I've seen of their offense, John, I think it's very doable for Carrollton.
Oh, it's almost where they're at anywhere on the field. It's doable. And 46-yard line, minute 24 left. They can totally do it.
All right, we got Pro in shotgun formation. We got trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Nobody in the backfield. Gets a snap from shotgun. Short pass out to Brannon. Underthrows Brannon for an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the Warriors' 45-yard line.
Yeah, I just threw it, just short throw. Even if Brandon, they were out of sync there. Even if Brandon cut right at the time, he wouldn't have been able to catch it.
And Carrollton, using all their timeouts to get the ball back, have to work the ball to the outside and get close to the boundary line so they can take the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. Pro back to pass. He's got some pressure put on him. He's scrambled out to the left, and he is sacked in there by number 71, Brady Ellis, and Cody Gilman on the pressure for the Warriors. That sets up a 3rd down and 9. I think Pro got a yard on that. And Carrollton Pro's back in the shotgun. He's got trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. He gets the snap. He's back to pass. Not much pressure. Nice ball out there to Brandon. He catches it down the left side, and he's going to take it to the house.
Oh, what a play right there.
Brandon was running, looking to the inside. The ball was over his outside shoulder, turned a full 360 in the air, caught the ball, and raced down the left sideline for the touchdown.
You know, it's one thing to, you know, make a catch like that, but then to gain your composure and keep running straight. You know, Cole Brandon's a special athlete. It's been no secret, but he gets to specialize that in front of us tonight.
That's very true. I mean, Carrollton, now they're setting up. It's 44.7 seconds to go in the first half of play, and Carrollton's lining up for the 2-point conversion. Have twins in the backfield. A man in motion.
Illegal formation.
And we have movement on the Hawks, looks like. Illegal motion against Carrollton. That'll move them back 5 and make this a 7.5-yard 2-point conversion try for the Hawks, leading 28-0 with 44.7 seconds to go in the first half. Pros getting the call from the sidelines. He's going to go trips to the left. Single setback is Smith. Pro gets the snap. He's rolling to the left, looking to pass, throws it to the end zone. Caught by Brannon right on the piling for the 2-point conversion. And with 44.7 seconds to go in the first half, that makes the score the Carrollton Hawks 30, the Calhoun Warriors 0.
You know, I thought that was an incompletion from where I was. I thought Brandon he ran out of space there, but you know, he caught it, and I was about to say before that snap, you know, I thought, you know, being that's, you know, with having to, you know, from the 8-yard line, I think it was, you know, they have more space to operate, and that's how Carrollton prefers it.
It actually, in that instance, it probably did give Carrollton some advantage by having more field to work with, the receivers to work with.
Set, hit. Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny Holt. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. And it's the Calhoun Warriors and the Carrollton Hawks. The Hawks are going to kick off. The kickoff is short. And
they can recover this.
Oh, the Warriors almost did not jump on that ball. The ball was heading for the sidelines, and the player was thinking it was going to go out of bounds, but it checked up and stopped. And the Warriors were quite lucky that they got the ball back there, John.
Yeah, it almost went from bad to worse right there.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, we have 41.4 seconds to go in the first half, and the Warriors take over at their own 32-yard line. The Warriors have 41.4 seconds to work with here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Will they just try to run through the motions, or try to go for it and maybe pass it a little bit here?
Well, John, when you're down and they're down 30 zip here, I mean, they have to have something positive happen. Booth back to pass, little inside pass to Brackett. He gets about a 7-yard gain on the play. But the Warriors are not showing a sense of urgency here. I think they are, they're inclined to take it to the locker room, it looks like, with the 30-0 score here. They're 15 seconds to go now, and they're only going to get one more snap this half. Booth's under center. We got split right, split left. Booth back to pass. He's under pressure. Rolls to the right. Throws downfield to Webster. Webster. And
he ran out of bounds with no time left.
Webster. The pass was complete to Webster, but he didn't get out of bounds, and the halftime clock runs out. It's 30-0. Carrollton Hawks over the Calhoun Warriors.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, Bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
All right, welcome back to Calhoun High School for the beginning of the second half between the Carrollton Hawks and the Calhoun Warriors. Carrollton is leading 30-0 in the contest and will receive the kick from the Warriors to start the second half here, John.
Oh, yeah, and just Carrollton, they've been all over Calhoun, today, just defensively, getting stops. Offensively, Calhoun doesn't really have an answer for Carrollton's air attack, and Hawks are going to receive here, it looks like.
Well, the key to starts the second half for the Warriors. They kick off to the Hawks. They have to get the Hawks in a 3-and-down situation, get the ball back, and because they've got to score quickly and try to make an effort to get back into this game. If Carrollton on the other hand is going to want to probably run the ball a little more than they did in the first half, control the clock, shorten the game. And we'll see what's going to happen here, John. As Jacob Waters goes to kick the ball off for the Warriors to start the second half.
You know what? I won't be surprised if they try an onside kick here. I mean, they have nothing to lose at this point. I mean, they're facing you're in such a big hole right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they onside kick it. But and even it's kind of not a bad strategy anyway to keep it away from Smith or Brannon. I don't. Back.
Right, John. I don't think you'll see this kickoff go very deep. It'll probably be on the ground, something short. Hopefully, one of the Carrollton's interior linemen will get a hold of it. And it is an onside kick.
Oh, it's loose.
And I think the Hawks got the ball, but I don't think that was an onside kick. I think it may have, because the Warriors weren't stacking one side of the field or the other.
Yeah.
But it was almost effective, but he kicked the ball short to Lyman, and he fumbled initially, but the Hawks got back on the ball here.
Yeah, I mean, even if unintentional or not, I thought it was a clever kick. You got to just try something, get back into the game, try to get something kick-started. Not a bad idea at all.
Yep. We got trips to the left, Pro back to pass.
Delayed handoff.
Draw off to Smith. Smith's got room to run. He cuts it to the outside. He's down the sidelines all the way down to the 20. Inside the 20-yard line goes
we got a flag.
Jared Smith. And we have a flag on the play again, John.
Well, regardless of that, that was another great run by Smith. You could see that kind of coming from a mile away, the way how Smith was still behind Pro, and you can see the delay handoff coming
Right.
early. But Hawks blocking really well for Smith. Made the most out of it.
Yeah, the end for Calhoun that time played it well. He was playing pass. He got up the field, but then he got up the field too far, and they had a draw play to Smith, and he took it out around the left side, and there was nobody there. We're trying to find out who the penalty's on here. They are talking. It's personal foul against the Warriors.
Maybe
that'll add 15 yards to the run by Smith, and that'll take the ball all the way down to it'll make it 1st and goal from the 8-yard line, I believe, John.
Yeah, I think it's half the distance there.
Yeah, we got 1st and goal for the Hawks from the Warriors' 9-yard line. With 11:46 to go. Inside handoff to Brandon. Brandon goes up the middle.
Wow.
Touchdown. Sidesteps a man into the end zone. Goes Cole Brandon for a 9-yard touchdown run, John.
He broke it. He broke a tackle there. I thought he probably should have been wrapped up there, but like I said earlier, he's hard to tackle below at his legs, and he's not going to quit until the whistle's blown, and just another hard-nosed play there, and it's 36-0 Hawks.
Yeah, he was just kind of biding his time for his lineman to give him a block. He kind of sidestepped one man and went untouched into the end zone from 9 yards out. The Hawks will set up for two-point conversion here. We got trips to the right, singles wide out to the left, and Pro option.
Little option.
Option to Smith. Around the right side, and
he's in.
Did he make it? Yes, he did. He made it for the 2-point conversion. And with 11:37 to go in the third quarter, it's Carrollton Hawks 38, the Calhoun Warriors 0.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949. Or see us online at RiverBender.com.
Stringer for the Hawks has got the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. And deep back for the Warriors is number 1, Wesley Clucky, and number 9, Tyler Webster.
Hawks have had pretty good, kick coverage all night long.
Absolutely. Nice kick right down the middle. Clucky picks it up at the 10. Straight up the middle. He's got some room to run, and is cut down in there by number 31, Brian Holmes.
Yeah.
Brian Holmes on the...
Yeah, Byron Holmes is
yes.
Byron Holmes. He's a nice-looking freshman, actually. He had a cameo in the West Central game, and I think he ran for over 15 yards on 2 carries. He's a really fast runner. Look forward to watching him in the future.
Yeah,
even though he made his play on special teams, though.
Yeah, for a freshman sticking his head in there like that, I mean, they've got Byron listed at 5'6", 150, and he had a 6'4", 200-pound Clucky coming right at him. Okay, the Warriors take over here from their 35. Hand off to the fullback, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It looks like Wes Clucky up the middle for no gain. It'll bring down, may have gotten a half yard on the play to bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Warriors. from their own 36-yard line.
It'll be interesting.
There's just not much going on up the middle, John, for the Warriors here.
No, it hasn't really been going that way all game long. But it'll be interesting to see how Coach Elmore will approach this game now. It's going to be improbable if Calhoun wins this game now. But it'll be interesting to see if they just try to experiment or just try to just go for it.
Right. I mean, we'll just see what kind of fight the Warriors have left.
Booth's taken down.
And going back to pass was Booth, and he was sacked in there by Jared Smith coming off the right end and sacked Booth for a considerable loss on the play. A loss of, looks like, about 6 yards on the pass attempt. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 15 for the Warriors from their 28-yard line.
Smith is just playing, he's had a ridiculous game on defense. He's getting into the backfield. He's making all the appropriate tackles he needs to make at linebacker. He's just, he's been a stud on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yes, he's been all over the place offensively and defensively.
And we have movement.
And another motion penalty, it looks like, going to go against the Warriors here. The right end moved for the Warriors, and that will back the Warriors up 5 more yards, and now they're in a 3rd down and 20 situation, which leads into the Hawks' defensive strength is pass coverage. I mean, they've stuffed Calhoun's run, but they have the athletes to guard against the pass, and Calhoun is in definitely a passing down here, John.
Yeah, most definitely. You would expect them to pass here.
And Booth's under center.
Well, now it's a handoff.
They're handing off to a counter to Lammy. He is stopped for a short gain, maybe 2 on the play. I'll take that back. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage on that, John.
Yeah, he barely did. We got a score update. Greenfield now winning 16-6 over West Central. 7:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. It wouldn't be that big of an upset, but Winchester would probably be expected to win that game, but it'd be a big victory for Greenfield.
Pullman back to punt for the Warriors. He gets the punt off. Nice punt. And Carrollton's going to let it bounce, and it takes a Calhoun roll all the way down to the Carrollton 36-yard line. That's where the Hawks will start their drive with 8:58 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Hawks are on top, 38-0 against the Warriors.
Yeah, you could tell Brandon he really wanted to return that one there. I don't think he hasn't had a return yet.
The coverage got down there on top of him. He really wanted to grab the ball and go, but it would have been it wouldn't have been very good judgment to do so.
No, it wouldn't.
We got Pro in the pistol. He's got an inside handoff to Smith.
Loose.
Smith's loose, out to the outside, cuts to the right.
Oh, it's coming back.
Yeah, there's a penalty flag down. Smith's still loose all the way down to the Warriors' 37-yard line, but we have a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be a block in the back against the Hawks. And that nice run, I think John's going to come back.
Yeah, that's definitely coming back. I could see it right there. It wasn't that hard of a push, but by the book, that's a block in the back. He definitely pushed him in his back.
Yeah, and I don't think Smith needed that block to get on down the field, but it's just one of those anxious things when you're a player out there. You want to hit somebody, and,
right.
And it wasn't a very. It's one of those deals where the kid just should have let him go, and everything would have been fine.
Of course.
So now we negate about a 30-yard run there by Smith, and the Hawks have it again, 1st down and 6 from their own 40-yard line. Pros in the shotgun. Pistol position here, inside handoff to Brandon, and he is stacked up. He goes nowhere. Brandon probably lost 4 on the play, and the nose guard for Calhoun, or middle linebacker for Calhoun, Caleb Angel, on the stop.
I think that's the first time Brandon has had negative yards all night long.
Right. The Hawks haven't had many plays tonight where they have had negative yardage on a play.
And we're also probably going to see more rushes because it's a 38-0 ball game. I think if you're Carroll, maybe they might ease up a bit on the air attack. We'll see.
Yeah, but nope, they're back to pass. Pros flushed out of the pocket. He's got all kinds of room to run. He's out in the open, down over midfield, and tackled at the Warriors' 48-yard line was Wade Pro. He was flushed out of the pocket, and he was off to the races. It sets up a Carrollton first down on the Warriors' 48-yard line with 7:54 to go in the third quarter. He had room to run there, John.
Yeah, I thought he could. That was a great run. Once again, he knows when to just kind of bail out and run. And I thought he had room. He had a lot of room to his right. I thought he was going to cut up, but he decided to cut inside. Maybe he thought the defender was going the other way, but he wasn't. But still, regardless, he gets the first down.
All right, Carrollton's got the ball, first down. They look to pass again. A little flanker screen out to the left for number 10.
It's a good tackle right there.
Tyler Fry on the left side. Nice open field tackle over there by Webster. I mean, Fry gets by Webster, and he is off to the races
he
down the
would have been
sidelines,
gone.
John.
Yeah, that was good. Good shoestring tackle there. Held on to him, and got past his block, and but saves a potential touchdown. Only for now, though.
Yeah, we got a little equipment issue here with Brannon. He's got a chin strap messed up or something. He's off to the sidelines. And in his place is Tyler Barnett, number 36, who come in for Brannon. We got trips to the right, single receiver to the left. We got Smith in the backfield in pistol position with Pro. Inside handoff to Smith. He's through the middle for another nice gain of about 7. Wes Clucky on the tackle for the Warriors.
Yeah, Smith right there. He slips off his tacklers and barely tripped up.
Smith's a real shifty runner. He runs low.
He is,
and he's always got his shoulders up the field. He doesn't do a lot of sideline running.
He doesn't.
For not a big back, he runs well inside.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that they're really going with Brandon and Smith for the whole game here. He's a handoff, direct snap,
and a straight quarterback draw up the middle goes for maybe a yard and a half. I think he's short of the first down, though, isn't he, John?
Yeah. Well, what I was saying before that, they originally at the start of the season, Alex Boker was kind of the running back. Now he's switched more into a wide receiver role, and I think Coach Flowers has made an adjustments to just rotate Smith and Brannon out, and it's paid a lot of dividends. And so far tonight they can't be stopped, and a lot of teams can't stop them anyway.
Absolutely, Carrollton is going to go for it here. And fourth down and a hard count draws Calhoun off sides. And it was 4th and 2. We're going to take a 5-yard penalty here and give the Hawks a first down with 5:32 to go in the third quarter. And the Hawks are set up 1st and 10 from the Warriors' 35-yard line.
Just penalties have killed Calhoun tonight. You could say Carrollton and they've outgunned them, but at certain times too, just penalties have just hurt Calhoun at the wrong times.
Yep. Pro back to pass over to the left side in the flat to number 10, Tyler Fry again. And Fry did a nice job in cutting back into the middle of the field because Carrollton obviously wants to keep the clock running at this point.
Yeah, obviously. And Tyler Fry, he's one of those receivers that he's fast if you get if he's in open space, but mainly he'll just take what he's given. And he has good hands. He stepped in really well this season, and he actually jumped a little too early there, but he caught it when he was falling down. But that was a good tackle. It was a good tackle there. Kept saved probably potential touchdown as well.
Yep, Carrollton's got a 2nd and 6. Got Brannon in motion, and we had another man move. So this looks like this penalty's going against Carrollton for illegal procedure. That's going to bring them back 5, and that's going to set up a 2nd and 11 from the Warrior 36-yard line. We got Pro in the pistol formation. Back there with Smith. We got trips to the right. We got a single receiver to the left. Carrollton has went no huddle the entire game. They get their instructions from the coach on the sidelines. We have all 11 Carrollton players looking at the sidelines for the play. Pro's got him under center now. Got him ready. Back to pass. He's looking right, looking left. Throws back to the right. He's got Boker down the right sideline. And
there's a flag down.
Alex Boker on the reception, but I think there is a flag down. It might be offensive pass interference against the Hawks. Initially, that's the way the official was pointing. I didn't quite see if there was a push off there on Boker or not. Did you see it, John?
I honestly couldn't see. I couldn't see it. I don't know what this could be on. I mean, I saw the flag. The flag was thrown before the catch was made.
Yeah, I mean the flag was thrown downfield at the point of the reception. I don't know.
I think it's on Carrollton.
Yes, the penalty is going against the Hawks here.
Yeah, we're a little dumbfounded by that.
Everybody in the press box here is trying to figure out what kind of call was made by the officials there. But anyway, that negates the long pass play, and it brings it the ball back all the way up to the Warriors' 41-yard line, where that'll set up a 2nd and 16 for the Hawks.
It's interesting approach that Carrollton's taking. They're not really letting their foot off the gas pedal here.
Not at all. And but when you have athletes, pros back to pass again, he's got a man out on the outside, overthrows Fry at the 10-yard line. Fry had his man beat by a step or two there, John, but the ball was just a little overthrown.
Yeah, I had him beat. Pro. He's throwing. He's had a really good ball game tonight. Throwing wise, just barely out. Barely over his hands, and would have been an incredible catch by Fry.
Yep. Here we go again. Pro's back in the pistol position.
And surprise, another penalty.
Another penalty. Things are getting a little sloppy here late in the game. Another legal procedure call against the Hawks. It makes it 3rd and 21 from the 46-yard line of the Warriors. The Hawks are moving backwards here, John, via the penalty.
Yeah, penalty's just been their own undoing so far right now.
Pros in the shotgun.
That's a screen pass.
Screen pass to the right to Smith. He's getting
room.
A nice block out there. He cuts the ball back up to the middle. He's down to the 35 and brought down there by a nice open field tackle by Tyler Webster. And Smith got the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, which was the 35.
That was the last tackle. He needed the break right there. If he broke it, he would have been gone.
Matthew Campbell got out in front of that screen pass and done a nice job blocking, but nice open field tackle by Webster to put the Hawks in a 4th and 10 situation here. Pros back to pass, and the pass is intercepted by the Warriors. Easton Clark stepped in front of the Pro pass. That was intended for Brody Howard, and Clark picks the ball off, and it'll go back to the Warriors. And we at the 3:08 mark of the 3rd quarter, the Warriors have possession of the ball at their own 28-yard line. I don't think the pass, John, was enough for the first down, was it?
It wouldn't have mattered. I thought Brody Howard caught it originally, but no, Clark apparently got the interception.
Okay, the Warriors got the ball back here. Booth under center. We got motion to the left. Pitch out to Ralston. He's going over the right side, and he's knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 4 yards for the Warriors. And he got out of or apparently did not get out of bounds. The clock's still running, and that will set up a 2nd down and 6 for the Warriors.
Carrollton's defense, their linebackers, their defensive backs, their cornerbacks, they've responded very well on, almost all of Calhoun's little trick plays. Right there, Ralston, good hard runner, but he was caught up only a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, Carrollton's got a lot of speed on their edges. Their defensive ends, they run from sideline to sideline. They do a nice job. Booth tried to hand it up the middle there to Clucky, and I don't think Clucky gained a yard. He did not gain anything on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 from the Warriors' 39-yard line. Or, 34-yard line.
Yeah, there you go.
the Warriors, they've tried going inside. They've tried going outside. They have hit on a couple passes, but they're probably in a passing position right here with 1:40 to go in the third quarter, excuse me. We got a guy in motion is Clark. He takes the pitch. He's going to the outside, and he's brought down short of the first down at the 36-yard line by Nate Shanks, and Smith was also over there on the stop for the Hawks. That puts it now 4th and 3 for the Warriors at their own 36-yard line, and this is kind of a dangerous spot here for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're going for it right here. I wouldn't be, even before that, I was a little surprised they didn't run like a little play action pass because it worked early in the first quarter, but here we go.
Yep, it is 4th and 2. Calhoun hands off to the fullback.
He's
Clucky fumbled the ball, and the Hawks recover. That is Boker on the recovery, and the Hawks will probably – well, there wasn't anything gained or wasn't anything lost on that play. He didn't have enough for the first down. The ball was going to go over on downs anyway.
No, and he didn't. And once again, that was just another well-read play by the Hawks. And sometimes enough linebackers just break through that they'll have the quarterback or who doesn't have the ball or tackle. In this case, the Booth did have the ball, but they always have the quarterback or the running back just under pressure.
Yep. Pro handed the ball. Pro was under center that time. Handed the ball up the middle to the fullback, Jared Smith, who was playing the fullback position that time, and he gained 6 on the play, or 4 on the play. Excuse me. It'll set up a second down at 6 for the Hawks. I think that, John, that's the first time I've seen the Hawks under center all night.
Well, no, they've been under center plenty of times, I think, actually, but I think you would think they would try to maybe tone it down on the passes a little bit. That's what I've usually seen from them in pass games.
But they come out with twins to the right, and twins to the left. Shotgun position. Pro's back to pass. A little slant pass to Brannon was incomplete, and that stops the clock with 4.6 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that pass was just thrown behind Brannon there, and Hawks they still want to try to score as many touchdowns as they can, just by the looks of it. And but if you're a fan, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, I mean, conventional thinking would be here if you are the Hawks that you'd be, running the football, grinding the clock out. But no, they're back to pass again.
Screen pass. Set
up a screen here to Smith. Got a flag down. And I would have to think we have linemen downfield on that. It looked like that Smith was run out of bounds, but he did have a penalty flag. But looked like we had several linemen downfield for Carrollton there.
Yeah, it's almost fitting that the third quarter ends with a flag.
Yeah,
with a penalty.
Yeah, the third quarter ends with another flag, and we're talking it over here. I do not, but I don't know what the penalties. The officials haven't said what the penalty is yet.
Nope, not yet.
There it is. Yeah, we had an illegal man downfield for the Hawks.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
We're back at Calhoun for the start of the fourth quarter. The Carrollton Hawks 12 minutes away from a fourth consecutive WIVC South outright championship, and they'll just try to ride this one out. Quick thank you to Goaten's Oasis Bar in Carrollton. They should be probably watching this game right now. The Cardinals game is over. Most of the people in Carrollton, I assume, are Cardinals fans from my knowledge, so they should be happy. It's a win-win situation for them.
Yeah, that's true, John. I would assume most people in Carrollton are Cardinal fans, but I do know a couple that are not, that are true Carrollton fans and or coaches at Carrollton. But, you know, hey, that's the way it goes. We're back to action here with the Hawks having the ball on the Warriors' 39-yard line. And it's 3rd down and 10 for Carrollton at the Warriors' 39. We're kind of waiting around here for the chain crew to get the chain set down. And I think we're all, yep, now we've got an official calling another official in. I don't know if we're squared away with where the ball should have been after that lineman downfield call. But I think they got it under control. And Carrollton's ready to go here. Third and 10 with 39 on the 39-yard line of the Warriors. Inside handoff to Smith. He cuts it outside. He's still on his feet, and he's brought down at a gain of 5. Brought down there by Wes Clucky for the Warriors. And Carrollton gets it down to the 35-yard line, which will set up a 4th and 6, a long 6, that is, for the Hawks. And the Hawks.
Yep, this is 4-down territory here.
Yes, the Hawks are definitely in 4-down territory, pretty deep inside the Warriors' territory here. They got twins to the right, twins to the left. Pro back to pass. He throws over the middle to Smith. Complete at the 15-yard line. Jared Smith. Wade Pro to Jared Smith for a 20-yard gain there to Smith. And Carrollton continues to throw the ball. John?
For this game, it just seems like, it's been Pro, Smith, and Brandon that have taken on Calhoun, and on offense and on defense as well, with Smith being all over the place on defense. It's just been one of those games.
Pro's got it again. Inside handoff to Brandon. He gets 2 or 3 up the middle there for the Hawks, and Carrollton's in a no huddle again. Gains 4 on the play. Set up a 2nd and 7 from the Warrior 11-yard line. They run a no huddle, but it's
they still
they
still run a no huddle, and when the game's tucked away.
Right, quarterback draw up the middle. Pro, he takes it down to the 5, and stopped in there by number 52, Garrett Hain, and number 1, Wesley Clucky. And that will set up a 3rd and 3 at
Smith and Brandon back in the backfield.
Lines. Carrollton's got it on the Warriors' 7-yard line here. Pro under center, twin back set. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. Goes Pro, and he takes it right to the half-yard line. Stopped in there by 44. Caleb Angel for the Warriors. And they have it at Carrollton 1st and goal from the 1.
Let's go in the Pro right here.
Pro hands off to Brandon. Touchdown. Right off the right side goes Cole Brandon. And with 9:33 to go in the 4th quarter, that makes the score 44-0 Carrollton.
I was thinking this was going to go to Pro because, he hasn't gotten into the end zone all night long, and he deserves to. But nope, they just still go with Brandon, and just another touchdown on the stat sheet from Mr. Brandon. It's 44-0 Carrollton.
Yes, Pro was giving an effort to play before that. And was
exactly,
stopped short at the half-yard line. And you thought maybe he would call his own number there, but he did not. He handed it off to Brandon for the score. Hawks line up. Another inside handoff to Bulker. And he stopped short of the 2-point conversion. So we have a timeout on the field with 9:33 to go in the 4th quarter. It's the Carrollton Hawks 44, the Calhoun Warriors 0.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
Welcome back to Calhoun High School with 9:33 to go in the the fourth quarter, excuse me. It's the Carrollton Hawks 44, the Calhoun Warriors 0. From this, Carrollton kicks the ball off, kicks it off deep. Taken by Webster. He fumbles the ball, picks it up. He's off to the right side. He's got room. He's down to the 50, 45, cuts back to the middle, and is down at the 44-yard line. We have a flag on the play again, and the preliminary decision from the official is holding against the Warriors.
It actually helped that he dropped the ball in there. Because the Hawks just kind of started converging on him, more aggressively, but he just cut to his right. But it's going back 10 yards.
And with the score being 44-0, John, the clock is in continuous running mode here. Mercy rule in effect for the Hawks.
Yeah, and I didn't really see this. I didn't really expect the Hawks to do that, despite how good they are. But I thought Calhoun would just kind of maybe challenge them a little bit more. But Carrollton, they have been all over it tonight.
Yeah, every time the Calhoun tried to get something going tonight, it just seemed like they would get a penalty or something to stem any type of momentum they had.
Penalties. Yeah, they've been the real killer, and when Carrollton hasn't, just busted out some, skillful plays. Penalty has just halted Calhoun's momentum.
Warriors with the ball at their own 42. Booth back to pass. He throws the ball downfield,
and it's picked off
by number 10. Tyler Fye picks off the Booth's pass at the 38-yard line of Carrollton, and the Hawks will take over after the interception from their 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
And that's Fry now has an interception to go with his touchdown pass.
Fry was just sitting back there playing center field.
Exactly.
The ball had a lot of air under it, and he was able to play the ball and pick off the pass for the Hawks. We have 7:40 and counting in the game left. The Hawks take over possession at their own 38, where they'll be 1st and 10, and they have two backs in the backfield, Pro in a pistol. In the pistol with two backs to either side of him. Hands off to Boker. Boker up the middle for 2, maybe.
I don't know if he got back to the line.
Didn't even gain a yard, excuse me. And that sets up a 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. No gain on the play. I think the Hawks have got some new players in there, John. Looks like to me, number 14.
Yeah, it looks like Boker, he's going to take over at running back.
Brendan Settles is in the game for the Hawks, split out right. Pro back, inside handoff to number.
That's 13. Jeremy Watson.
Jeremy Watson on the carry. The Hawks are bringing in some younger guys off the bench here and giving them a go at it. 3rd down and 10. The Warriors defense is had 3.
And that's offsides.
Flag down again. The Hawks drew the Warriors offsides there on the hard count. And that'll make it 3rd and 5 for the Hawks from their own 42-yard line. And we still have Pro under center for the Hawks here. Boker and Pro's under center here. He's got a sweep
Watson
out to the right side. Watson's got some room. He takes the ball out of bounds at the 1st down marker. I think he may have been a little short there, John, but they're going to spot him about 2 yards.
Short a little bit.
2 yards short of the 1st down.
Yeah, where they're spotting him right there.
Maybe gain of 4 there for Watson. And that'll set up a fourth down and 1, a long one from the 46-yard line for the Hawks.
Hawks are going for it.
And they are.
Or no, it looks like it's a punt. It's a punt.
Now the Hawks are back in punt formation here. And Boker goes to punt, a little rugby-style kick, and kicks it short, out of bounds. I think they would have probably been better served to have went for it no farther than that punt cover, John.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think it's kind of interesting to see how they're taking Jared Smith out, because he's a solid punter. I mean, it doesn't kick it that long usually, but he, usually non-returnable, but in good space. But Boker, yeah, it's funny to see a little rugby punt out there, and he's also a great option. He's fast enough if he has the green light in a normal situation. He could have probably taken off with it, but punts it, and you're not going to expect a lot of great results there from just a simple rugby punt.
And the Warriors get the ball after the punt at their own 45-yard line here. 1st and 10 from the 45. Man in motion goes to Ralston over the right side. He's got some room, and he's knocked out of bounds. After a gain of 21 yards was Ralston for the Warriors.
And that's a first down.
Got the ball inside of Carrollton territory all the way down to the 44 for the Calhoun Warriors. We have 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter, with the Hawks leading 44-0.
I couldn't swear to it, but that might be Calhoun's first down of the second half. I'm not sure, but we haven't seen many.
Booth's got him under center. Fakes the fullback, takes it himself off the right side, and he's knocked out of bounds after a short. Booth took the ball off the right, faked to the fullback, took the ball off tackle to the right for a gain of about 7, and sets up a 2nd down and 3 for the Warriors at the Hawks 37-yard line. The Warriors have to get the ball down to the 39 here for a first down. 2nd down, man in motion is Ralston. Hand off to Clucky, the fullback up the middle.
He's got room.
He may go. Oh, no, and he's brought down there. After about a 20-yard run for Clucky, was brought down by number 15. The cornerback, Nate Shanks, brought Clucky down.
Well, and that finally got some good yards on that. Right bust up right the middle from Clucky, and
Yep, Clucky up the middle that time for the Warriors. Picks up a first down, sets up a first down from the 18-yard line of the Hawks. Bick in motion, pitch out to Bick, and he's brought down there abruptly by number 9.
Tackled by Brody Howard.
Brody Howard. Come up from his outside linebacker position and tackled Bick. Bick gained 2, maybe 3 yards on that carry, and it brings up a 2nd down and 7 for the Warriors from the Hawks 15-yard line.
Quick score update: North Green beating Pleasant Hill 20-8 after the third quarter.
Booth under center again. We got a man in motion. He's back to pass. He's under pressure, and he is sacked. Sacked all the way back to the 23-yard line by number 20, Logan Duba, on the stop for the Hawks on that sack. And then brings up a 3rd down and 15.
And we're under a minute to go now.
Yes, we are down to 50 seconds to go in the game. And the Warriors have it 3rd and 15. This could possibly be the last play of the game. Booth back to pass. Oh, the man wasn't looking for the pass, and it fell incomplete. The pass was intended for Easton Clark, but Clark hadn't turned around for the ball yet, and the ball come up incomplete, John.
Yeah, he probably would have had it there, but as for Booth there, just threw it to the open guy. He was under pressure there, and last play of the game right here.
Yep, the Warriors have to hurry. There's 14 seconds to go in the game. Booth under center. Man in motion, boosts back to pass, and he's going to get sacked, and that's going to be your ball game, John.
Yeah, and
a sack by Logan Duba, and that ends the ball game with the final score: the Carrollton Hawks 44, the Calhoun Warriors 0.
Yeah, and that last play there just kind of sums up Calhoun's night. Disappointing, but for Carrollton, WIVC South champs, 44-0, and won in some style tonight, and great victory for them, and they'll move on for next week against Beardstown at home for their senior night.